Hello, beautiful ones, and welcome to Beauty.of.Duality intuitive card readings, where we get you more in tune with your higher self. That way your higher self can direct and or redirect the energy of your ego to best serve you in the most abundant, prosperous, and wellness way. I've already meditated over your cards, and let's get into it. We're going to do a quick breather, and then we're going to get right into your reading, okay? So we're going to breathe in for 4 counts, hold at the top, and exhale with a sigh for 4 counts. Here we go. Inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold at the top. Exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. Inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold at the top. Exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, let's jump right into your reading. I hope everybody is doing well. This channel is dedicated to the mastery of self. And if we have some entities and individuals that sneak up in the reading, we will handle them accordingly. Okay, so let's get started. All right, I'm your reader, Layla Sahara. It's an alias, but I love it. So let's get into the reading. Thank you, Divine Spirit. This be a collective reading for the collective. What messages would you like for them to hear in this current moment in time with the energy that we're sitting in this current moment? What energy, what messages do you have for the collective? Teacher, vast universe. Okay, vast universe came in sideways, teachers came in reverse. Okay, so teacher in reverse indicates that some of y'all are going through an energy of once a student, now a teacher. Seems like in this energy you have surpassed the teachings of another. But this duo made you feel as if the universe was limited, right? You really wanted to believe this individual, practice what they preach. For some reason, I don't know why that's given to me in that way. Let's go a little bit. What else do you have? Thank you. You clarify the teacher. A loving woman. Loving woman came in reverse. So this teacher probably was a woman that you probably looked up to, and you realized that they were basically backstabbers. And it's taught you to not lean on human understanding, but go within to tap into the universal power that is at your fingertips when you take the time, the self-reflection, the self and inner work, the self-inner work to actually digest on why we might be attracting these type of energies. What healing aspects do we need within ourselves that we, can pinpoint these situations before they go any further. I just felt like you had an inkling. I think I'm saying that right. You had a thought that this person probably was shady. But you gave them the benefit of the doubt, and then it realized that it was just a facade. And then you realized that in order to find the deeper version of knowledge for self and of self, you had to go within. And that's where the vast universe, that's where the communication lies. There's too many cards in here. What else would you like to tell the collective? Thank you, Anthony. What other message do you have for the collective? Ooh. Okay, so this individual is wearing a mask. They didn't have gratitude for having somebody like you in their presence. So they pretty much sabotaged themselves, not knowing that you were probably more of a blessing in disguise than anything. right? And now plans and action. So you saw the plan and you took action. You saw the plan and you took action. And that takes growth. That takes self-awareness. That's allowing yourself to be aware of energies that may not align with yours. It's not about, just not liking people just because, it's because, some individuals will not like you. And sometimes that has a lot to do with you liking and loving yourself, not allowing people to walk all over you. And now you're planning your whole rebirth, your whole rising. You're planning and you're taking action. And they are feeling like they should have been straightforward with you. They're feeling like they lost a really good partnership, a friendship. But it just seems like you're pretty much over it. All these cards are falling out. It's a lot of cards. Thank you, Infinite. We need one more card, Infinite. What is the message for the collective? Stay in tune with Spirit. Spirit said, stay in tune with me, baby. I'm taking places. Stay in tune with me. What other message do you have for the collective around this teacher and student dynamic? That person thought you had hidden motives, all right? Hidden motivations. And the hidden motivations when you thought that you was going to have a good foundation, a good community, a great family dynamic. That was your intention. You wanted good. You wanted good to happen for all of this, right? You didn't have no hidden motive. And because they thought you had hidden motives, it's their loss. Look, you're selling away. You're done. You're on to new beginnings, right? You shattered the status quo. These people this person, this individual had an idea of who you were. And being that you're a child of growth, a child of evolution, they couldn't call it. They couldn't call it. Everything that they said about you, or everything that you thought about yourself, shattered once you realized that this situation over here was not serving you. Like, I think you're the type of person that'll downplay yourself just a little bit, just to see how individuals operate, right? And that's where they messed up. They thought you were the status quo. I don't know if you didn't, like you're different than the lead. Like, some of these people, it just seems like this person put on a facade, like they're so ladylike, they're so bourgeois, and you were probably opposite as far as expression, as far as your character. You weren't afraid to be who you were. You weren't hiding behind the mask. And this is where this person couldn't understand, like, how can you be who you are, right? How can I be who I am, huh? And they just didn't have great gratitude. They didn't show any love towards you. And all you wanted was love towards them. You had no hidden motives. You're like, this is going to be the best place for me. I'm going to make things happen. This is the family or the dynamic I've been waiting for. Oh my God, this is going to be so great, right? But they fumbled, thinking you had hidden motivations, and your hidden motivations behind this camera was love, life, and abundance. That was your hidden motivation. And being that they were so, I guess, stuck on the power that you held within, that they became a little bit envious, a little jealous. But you didn't stop. You didn't miss a beat. I think it hurt you a little bit. I think it hurt you to the point you had to go in, and you had to connect with your infinite. You had to connect with infinite source and your spirit guides on this matter. And then once you connected with your spirit guides and infinite mother, you started planning and taking action, right? And then they start to lose. A lot of things came at a loss. This mentality lost something that could have gotten them to a brighter horizon. Gold even. You were gold. Started taking plans. Started making plans, taking actions. Now you got a new beginning. Some of y'all might be having, this is a baby. It could be a birth of a new project. It's just a new beginning for you, right? It's a new cycle. You shattered the status quo, and you're no longer needed. What's on the bottom? There's commitment in reverse. You're no longer giving them the commitment that you once showed them, right? You're not, saying, okay, it's whatever, it's a team this, a team that. It's like you're not doing that anymore. You're not doing that anymore, okay? Let's see. Let's get some more into this reading, okay? So they really thought they had you pinned out. They really thought that they knew the person when you were just giving them a version of the nice, kind person. I'm going to say kind because nice, you could be naive. The kind person that you are. All right, what other messages do you have for the infinite? Infinite, what other message do you have for the collective? I'm so sorry. Please forgive me. Divine Mother. Divine Father. I want it to come out. Any other messages? There's one. And this is soulmates. Okay? You thought that this was a soulmate. You thought it was a soulmate, because that came in reverse when I picked it up, y'all. You thought it was a soulmate. It ended up not being what you thought it was, right? They shattered that. They messed that up. It's too many cards, Infinite. Thank you. They messed that up. Trying to out-teach. We are always going to be students. I don't care how much you think you know, you're going to always be a student, right? Chaos and conflict. And this is what they thought they was there, but they saw you as competition, and then it caused chaos and conflict. What could have been a really great partnership. Look at that glitter and magic that could have been. And some of y'all, this could be a male, a masculine energy. But it came into chaos and conflict. What else can you tell me about the collective in this situation? What did they focus on? The deep knowing. You focused on the deep knowing. You focused on becoming better within self. You focused on what you could do better. How you could become better. And even though you could have chewed these people out because this has chaos and conflict, even though you could have them out, you chose to just go within. You chose to go within. What was the final outcome for the collective for choosing to go within and not battling this battle that they left for Source to battle? And I believe that's the best way of going about it. Let's keep going. What's the desired outcome? What's the desired outcome? I thought that was going to come out. But it was like stopping. Sometimes I'll take those. I'll take this one. The fates. The fates, it's all in your hands. You have divine guidance, divine protection. You don't have any more flexibility for these individuals. But you're leaving it up to faith. You're leaving it up to the universe. But you're continuously making moves forward because, that's going to get you to... Ooh, Lord. That's going to get you to where you need to be. That's going to get you to where... Final message, Infinite. We're going to close this out. Final message. So keep going to Source, right? Keep going to Source. Never-ending story. And a change in the wind, okay? It's a change in the wind. I don't know. Did this come upside down? Change in the wind. It's a change in the wind because of what they thought they had done to you, and it flipped into your favor. Now they're telling themselves an endless story of probably lies, but it's an endless story to them. The things that they said to you and said about you is now coming on to them, and now they're in regret. They're in regret. Final message. You have a new life, and they were out milk and honey. They were out the milk and honey. You were the milk and honey. You were the milk and honey, and now you just look. You over here just stretching it out. You minding your business. You're like, I'm good, baby. I'm good. I'm gonna keep my head on right. Keep moving forward. And you know what? I don't feel anything from this. Get you a T card. So I don't feel anything. I don't feel no remorse or anything. These people, this person tried to make you feel less than, and end up, I don't know, destroying themselves in the process. It almost destroyed you too. A lot of stuff stopped for a minute, right? The flag. Do not be tempted to lower your standards. Don't lower your standards. These people come back and try to pretend like, hey, you know, how's everything? And you know what they put you through? It's a setup. It's because you're doing something, they see you achieving something, or they feel like you can be used again. Do not bite that. Do not bite that. Affairs with your family. Focus on your family affairs. If y'all have some issues in the family, you know your family. If it's worth talking about and getting to the bottom of it, do that in love. If it's not, stay the course, baby. You can't save everybody. You can't save. Pay attention to your health. Pay attention to your health. A lot of y'all probably need to start listening to that. There's a lot of things going around that people probably need to stay away from the meat. I don't know if y'all been hearing that. But anywho, this is your reading. The people that showed you who they are, believe who they are. Let them stay in the mess that they have made. Let them stay in the mess that they have made. You stick with spirit. Let spirit guide your steps. And you keep going forward. You have a new life. You have a new cycle coming up, baby. You did what you were supposed to do. You reacted in a way that an enlightened, divine individual will act moving forward. You probably was a hothead before. I don't know. But it just seems like the way you were supposed to respond, you did not respond. And now you're in your new year. You're in your new era. You're in your new life. You've mastered a lot of things, and you should give yourself praise. You should give yourself a pat on the back. You deserve it. And I hope this reading helps you on your days moving forward. And this is Bobby Jean, aka Layla Zahara, your reader. Follow me on TikTok, Beauty.of.Duality. I only got like about 61, 62 followers. So y'all be careful out there. There's a lot of people imitating readers that have worked so hard to get their numbers up and build their communities. And they are screenshotting and making up whole new profiles on TikTok, sharing other people's content. And I just feel like if you're putting in the hours and putting in the work, I don't feel stealing is right in any capacity. So y'all be safe out there. Please support the ones that you resonate with, and make sure that you do some deep diving so it's the real, true reader that you are connecting with. All right. I love you all. Y'all have an amazing weekend. See you soon. Toodles.